Are self-esteem and self-worth the same? Welcome to the School of Self-Worth Live. I'm Sam Osborne, the Self-Worth Guy. Today we are looking at this question, are self-esteem and self-worth the same? And if you remember one thing, yeah, they're pretty much the same thing. But let's have a look a little closer. We're going to look at the words, and then we're going to look at how they are the same, pretty much the same, and then basically how to increase your self-esteem and self-worth. Let's go through that. So the word self-esteem, made up of two words, self, they're just talking about you, but esteem comes from a Latin word meaning estimare, the Latin word estimare or estimare, which really means to estimate or to determine your value. And self-worth is, again, it's to do with your value. So if you remember one thing, really, self-esteem and self-worth are about your value, how much value you have to yourself, to the world. And you can probably think of, you might want to estimate your value in different areas of your life. It doesn't just have to be, how good you feel about yourself, but that is certainly a big part of it. You can estimate how proud you are of something you've accomplished, or how confident you feel in social settings, or just how good you feel in your own skin. That's kind of self-worth and self-esteem. I think that's the general definition that most people think about when they think of these two words. But if we go a little bit deeper, let's have a look at different areas of your life. So you're going to evaluate, you're going to estimate your value in different areas of your life. First of all, let's look at your health. You could estimate your value in terms of how much health you have and whether you value health. And you can look at your lifestyle and think, okay, well, what's my diet like? What's my sleeping patterns like? Do I have a high stress life? And you can look at all of those things to do with your health. Do I exercise? And do I have hobbies that I enjoy? So you can look at just that area. The next one would be to look at, say, your social life. Do you have friends? Are you a person who is trustworthy? Someone who is friendly? All of these things can stack up, let's say, your value points, or your value, your self-worth. And you can also look at your finances. Like, do you value cash, investments? Do you value your financial security? So that could be another way of evaluating your own self-worth, how much you are worth, in other words. You could also look at your spiritual values and go, do I have a mission in life? Do I have a purpose? Do I have something that is like a vocational calling to me? Do I feel like I want to contribute to the world in some way? That's something of worth, something of value, and it's something that you can give to the world. And I think that if you have one of those, that's definitely something that is going to make you feel like you have self-worth. You have something to offer, but it also gives you a lot of satisfaction. You could also then look at another area. You could look at your family. Do you feel your family love you? Do you feel that they respect you? Do you love and respect them in return? I think a lot of self-esteem and self-worth have to do, or at least value, have to do with exchanging of value a lot of the time. So let's also look at your vocation, your business, maybe your career. Do you have a job that is of value to you? Well, if you're earning cash, that's a valuable thing. Are you providing a service to other people? That's a value to other people. That's a really good thing. That's something you can be proud of. That's certainly going to lift your self-esteem when you recognize, you go, yeah, I give people a good service every day. I help produce a product, or I have a business or a job that helps people out. That's worthy to acknowledge. You might also look at your mental world, or your brain, your knowledge, your skills, and maybe you're studying something and you are a specialist in that area, or maybe just you're really good at one particular skill. That is an incredible value that is both gives you satisfaction, but is also providing something else to people who can benefit from what you can do. All of these things can add up your self-worth and your self-esteem. So really they are interchangeable terms, and yeah, these are just some of these some areas in your life where you can estimate your worth, because it is pretty tricky to estimate your worth. You kind of got the feeling of, is my self-esteem low, medium, or high? And I guess people want it to be, a little bit on the high end without going too high, of course. So that's my little tip or explanation of is self-esteem and self-worth the same? And in conclusion, I think they're pretty much interchangeable with each other. And if you've loved this video, I've got a free gift for you. It's called Crush Imposter Syndrome Forever, the starter kit for bulletproof confidence. And you can get it in the links above on Facebook and LinkedIn, and below on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify, just look into the description. And I'm also going to put on the screen right now where you can go, samosborne.com/starter kit, and you can get the starter kit right there. Make sure you join the School of Self-Worth Facebook group. Come and say hi, pose your questions. Love to hear from you. And if you remember one thing about self-esteem and self-worth, they are pretty much the same thing. Have a great day, everybody.